Hi guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another episode of Total War Arena. So today we're going to be taking a look at Cynane and the Tier 5 archers. I'm going to try and pronounce that, the archers. I'm not really a massive archer player, to be honest. I got through to the Tier 4 quite early on in open beta, but didn't really get any further than that. And just every now and then when I fancy a game I have a little bit of a play with these guys, and we've slowly got through. I've got these mostly upgraded now. I'll probably get the Greaves since these are used on so many Greek units at Tier 5. And possibly the helmet as well, before pushing on to the Tier 6s. Yes, we've got Barrage, Rapid Advance and Hunt, which are the three abilities of Cynane. Hunt, personally, I don't find to be all that useful. I kind of struggle to use it properly because it has quite a short targeting range. But I think once that gets improved as Cynane gets high level, then that'll probably become a bit more useful. Rapid Advance obviously is handy for getting away, and they also have a dash ability, which is kind of nice. And Barrage, basically just an increase to fire rate, which is cool. It's been nerfed a lot compared to what it used to be, which I think is a good thing because archers are still pretty powerful even in the current game setup, so yeah, it's a good thing. Following the 3.1 patch, the cooldown on Focus Fire has been greatly reduced, it's now only 10 seconds. So you get that use a lot more, plus archers are now a little bit more accurate than they used to be, so it's kind of a lot easier to avoid causing friendly fire than what it used to be in the game. So, positive adjustments from the point of view of archers. Obviously, as with all my units, I'm running consumable. I don't really like using the limited arrows because, you know, you have limited numbers available and not all that useful in my opinion, so I prefer just to run with Archimedes' Council, since that gives me that weapon range increase, which is what I mostly want, and the acceleration is occasionally useful if you're trying to get away from cavalry and stuff like that in that event. So, I think that's all there is to say. Let's hop into battle and see how we get on with these guys. So, we are loading into the Battle of Marathon. Looks like we've got pretty reasonable spread of matchmaking from sort of Tier 4s up to sort of Tier 6s, so we'll see how we get on. Where to go? I kind of want to hang around with some friendly infantry, so I'll push back this way. Kind of try and support these guys. I don't really want to go in the forest because obviously you get that debuff to your missile weapon range and damage, so best to keep out there you can, although it does provide you with a bit of protection maybe from cavalry. We've got... yeah. We must take their base from them. Let's have a look. I kind of want to stay with friendly infantry really, that's the main thing I'm interested in from a protection point of view. Let's get a dash going to get forwards nice and early on. Oops. Deselected one unit. So yeah, so archers can work really well, but as I say, they are very vulnerable to enemy cavalry and also enemy infantry. If you get quick things like falconsmen and stuff like that, they can catch up with you. So you do have to be careful and try and sort of stay with support. That's the main thing. Because if you get caught on your own, you know, cavalry will run you down very quickly. Because you're not that quick, even though you have a reasonable amount of base speed, and once you combine rapid advance with dash, it kind of works quite well and you get quite a lot of speed, but you know, it's not always quick enough. That's one quick tip. If you are under threat and you're about to rapid advance and dash, make sure you do rapid advance first, because that doesn't silence you, whereas dash does. So if you activate dash first, you won't be able to activate rapid advance until your dash has expired. So just worth knowing. So let's move over to these Hastati perhaps over here. That's some friendly cavalry. Not seeing any enemy cavalry as of yet. We've got some slingers up here in support as well. Don't know what these guys are doing, why they've just ran basically into the middle of enemy units. I've also noticed recently that cavalry are getting movement speed debuffs from being shot at by arrows, which is something I hadn't actually noticed before. I don't know if that's a change or something I've just failed to notice previously. It's something of interest. What's going on up here? Looks slightly interesting if these guys are going to push down, although we've got to be careful about moving out of range of those enemies. Oh, enemy artillery. Okay, so let's get moving. That's doing a lot of damage to us. Did an awful lot of damage actually. Try and get a shot on these guys. I'm trying to keep moving because I'm worried about that artillery, particularly if it's focusing me down, which it seems to be. Looks like our cavalry is going for those javelins, which is good. We've got these Roman infantry and some javelins coming up here, and we've got enemy slingers over there. Oh, we've got a right handful of stuff. So let's get to it now. He sneakily turned around on me. See what shots we can get into the back of these guys as they run, because obviously we do quite a lot of damage when we're shooting them in the back because they don't have real access to any of their armour. Trying to keep an eye on the minimap as we go, you see, so we don't get caught out by any cavalry. Just get a volley off. Hopefully he won't turn too much. Oh, he did turn. Sneaky bastard. Okay, keep getting the volleys out. Getting a few allied hits, but not a lot, I don't think. So stop that. Yeah, no, we will carry on actually, because those Cynane are still all in pretty good health. And we should be able to get some rear volleys onto them. Ooh, nice bit of damage. That's what we like. Okay, so we've also got these guys down here. Maybe we can get some shots on them. I'm still worried about that artillery, which is why I don't really want to be bunching up like this. Looks like we're all big artillery shots. I wish there was like a loose formation button, would be really handy with these guys, because they clump up so much. Even when you're sort of telling them to spread out, they really don't want to. And they seem to just really want to clump together so easily. Okay, looks like that artillery is now focusing on those Romans over me. It's still a pretty even battle, but without that artillery being taken out, we're going to have a bit of a hard time doing anything, I think. Looks like there's some enemy archers in this forest as well. They've got quite a lot of range units. Our slingers are doing quite a good job. I'm surprised they've not been targeted by the enemy artillery yet. I've got to be careful about falling back too far, because I'm kind of on my own if I go into that forest. So all we've got for support is cavalry, and only being tier 4 cavalry, they could easily be overwhelmed and will be very vulnerable. So let's try and keep a little bit more to the centre. Maybe I should try and be focusing on getting down behind this cliff a little bit more. Because if I can do that, that should provide me with some cover from the artillery, at least a little bit. Let's get some rear shots on these Principes. I'm tempted, actually, to go for barrage. Yeah, let's go for a barrage. Because we've now got them to the rear, so we don't need to worry too much about armour penetration. And while we are causing a small amount of friendly fire, we're not really doing that much, particularly compared to the amount of damage we're racking up, like 12,000. We'll go for a focused fire. We've pretty much killed them. Like that, and there we go. Okay, we'll stop there now because we're risking causing more friendly fire than we are gaining. But we pretty much eliminated that unit, and our focus fire is already back, so we can use that again already, which we shall. But we are now vulnerable to artillery, which I can see the shell coming in already. So let's start to make a move. Try and get back, either back out of range of that artillery, or at least back out of its sort of main target zone. Because I want it to be, I'd rather it was targeting easier things like the infantry rather than me. So we'll try and get some shots in. Obviously using focus fire we can focus them down fairly easily, but obviously being frontally facing now, we're shooting against their shield, so we don't do quite so much damage as we do when we got them from behind. Let's think about moving up a little bit. It's still a... Ooh, wow. Where the hell did that lot come from? Okay, let's start to pull back. What have they got? No cavalry in amongst there, so we just need to be getting back to looking to try and do as much damage as we can. We've got some tier 4 archers and then basically hoplites. So let's try and make this long grass because it might give us a little bit of cover from visibility, make us harder to spot. And if we need to, we could try and push forwards and make use of hunt to maybe to spot one of them and then pull back into the long grass so we can still shoot them and get visibility while they can't see us, because it lasts 41 seconds, so it's actually quite a decent duration. Although this is all assuming I can actually get back at all in time, because they're capping up really fast. It's going to be a problem for us, I think. As we just get into range, we'll fire a volley against them. And then move up. Ooh, they're sneakily moving. But we did enough, so we hit them. So we've got the decap. See what we can see. We don't want to go too close to the edge of the forest, because obviously we will become visible. So maybe we can get some visibility on them here. We'll be tempted to barrage at this point, particularly if we can keep them in range. Oh yeah, it's a nice bit of damage. So we've really almost killed off those archers. Okay, but these guys are a little bit vulnerable. They're trying to focus fire me because they don't know where I actually am, which is good, because that means we're not visible, but they are. So let's use... Oh, they're coming for me. So I'm going to try and basically break up my force now, because it's going to be hard to keep visibility, because in the long grass, obviously, there's very limited visibility. But basically, by splitting up, I want to be able to find them like this. They're not actually following me, but I wanted to be able to find them, so if they came to me, that I would be able to get crossfire on them. But now they've turned their back to me and they're dead anyway. And there they go. Taken out by friendly Hastati. Or basically taken out anyway. So we'll move back up. It's the benefit of using long grass as cover. You know, that's sort of really where this sort of stuff comes in. And we might have done, well, there's at least a chance we could have turned the battle by this moves we've had here. There we go. One man left. Oh, just him. I'm dead. Oh, wow. We caused a lot more friendly fire than I thought we were going to there. Now, if we can get our allies to rout these guys, which is what we really want to be able to, we really stand a chance of doing quite a lot. So what are these guys got left? Artillery, pikes, spearmen, stuff like that. Nothing that's really a threat to us. Probably the biggest threat to us is why they run away. It's a real shame. Because making life a lot more difficult for themselves. Because it's still a pretty tight battle. It's against us, but it's not unwinnable. Particularly now they've got a lot of their forces are artillery, which will probably make up a fair amount of their points. And as we get more into the late game, the value of artillery is decreasing. These guys here as Principes are in trouble, but our slingers are getting a bit of damage in, hopefully, on these pikemen as they show their backs to them. A little. So let's start to keep moving up. It'd be nice to get spots on the enemy artillery and be able to take that out with our arrows. That's probably the most useful thing we could do. We've done a little reasonable amount of aggression, although a fair amount of friendly fire as well. I'm just going to move up this way just to get the spotting point, just in the off chance there's something hiding around here. But I'm pretty confident there's not. You know, no. So let's keep moving up. This is probably going to be my main focus, is the artillery. To be honest, it looks like the other units run away. These slingers are a pain, because they're going to be hard to do anything about. What we're going to do about these slingers. Let's try and make use of this cover around here to keep them hard to spot. We're going to send one unit round to get visibility. They're going to get spots on me. I'm trying to use the cover to the fact that I can arc my rounds over for them, but they aren't going to be able to very easily for me. So let's try and keep focus fire on them. Let's go for a hunt. These Principes are going to be a pain. I'm just trying to get as much damage on those guys as we can before I have to pull back. We've also got some more friendly archers moving up. So let's start to pull back. Pull these guys over here and pull these guys down, so the Principe is forced to make a choice, which is choosing to turn back, which is exactly fine for us. Although now entering Testudo, which means we're not going to be able to do a lot of damage to them. And those slingers are now going to come into perfect range for them. We're going to be out of range, but they're going to be able to get shots on us, I think. Okay, those Hastati are engaged. Let's have a look. Can we get some rearward shots on those Principes? I think we might be able to. Okay, 1600, not too bad. Not a minimal amount of enemy damage. So, what am I going to do about those enemy slingers? They're the problem for me. They're the biggest threat, I think, for this sort of at the moment. These Principes are in vengeance as well, so we are probably worth shooting into them because they're going to do quite a lot of damage to our allies. While we'll cause a bit of friendly fire, I suspect our allies are going to take much more losses having to fight these Principes with vengeance on. One more shot and then we'll end it there. I know, mate, I know I am causing friendly fire. I just think it's worth the kills. Let's try and get shots on these slingers, which is what we want. They just do such devastating volleys. I'm going to go for a barrage. It's a bit of a risk because the odds of me getting nice hits are slim, I think. But if we can try... Oh yeah, that is what we want. That is what we want. We did a lot of damage there. Okay, that was good. That was much more what we wanted. Because I've now removed the bulk of the threat of those slingers, which are the real problem for us, I think. So now my main worry is at the enemy artillery. And where is it firing from? There's one unit over here, but I suspect that's going to be slingered out of the game very shortly. So I need to look where the other enemy artillery is, which is looking like it's somewhere over here, possibly. So let's start to move up. Try to dash. I tend not to use my rapid advance just casually unless I need to, because it's kind of good to keep in reserve a little bit. We have the range advantage now. If we can, particularly if we can take out this artillery. Let me take the high road. I'm going to use, after just saying that, I am going to use movement speed because I think we're coming into a real critical phase of the game. I don't think we're going to be able to drag this one back, but it's just if we could have got a nice shot on while we're here. We'll have a volley against those guys. It's, where's this enemy artillery? I was expecting it to be up here. Oh, it's in here. I didn't realise. I don't think coming up here is going to help me, is it? Oh, we found them. That's where they are. Let's just have another pop at that.
Annihilate them!
Yeah, it is where they are. Oh dear. Going to be a pain if I have to chase them all the way around down that dip. I'm just going to shoot at these guys and then volley into here every now and then. We must slowly be killing this artillery because we keep getting shots in on them. I'm surprised he hasn't tried to make a move, to be honest.
On my target.
Let's push around here then and see if we can get a bit more better visibility. Yeah, he's still there. He's still hiding in that bit of grass. It's giving loads of aggression points. Let's push around and see what we can do. Just without spots, it's going to be hard to do anything. Particularly if they've got any sense, some of these spearmen will push up this alleyway shortly. And I'm just not going to be able to do enough damage to tip this over into our favour. We'll have another dash. Come on. I'll send one archer unit in and form these two up here, just to be on the safe side.
The end of the battle is nigh. Our men are under
Oh, there they are. Okay, I want hunt, 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 hunt. F.
Artemis, aid us.
Did I get that hunt off? I think I did. Let's go for the barrage. We just need these guys dead as quickly as we can.
Our men are under attack.
Come on, kill them. Got to pull out.
Rapid advance.
Not quite enough. Damn.
The men are fleeing the battlefield.
Trying to just really would love to have just killed those last few people off. Okay, that's a shame. Because I'd really like to have killed that last artillery crew, which we didn't. We got so close, and yet now they're still full fighting health. These guys, what are you doing? No, don't go that way. You're going to pull out that way.
The men return
Dash.
to our cause.
Start shooting here. And then pull down into that little gully there so you've got some nicer shots.
Our fight
And then defeat
continues.
time is up. Okay, unfortunately we couldn't drag that one into our favour. Sorry, my commentary dropped off a little bit at the end as we were getting a bit focused. I was really unfortunate I didn't get to take that artillery down. I was trying to use my barrage to get maximum sort of possible damage to really kill it off. But unfortunately it was not to be. But yeah, archers, you can work quite well 3-3 on the aggression damage. You can do quite well with archers in the way the current game's set up. Just obviously not well enough to defeat the artillery. But you still make a reasonable profit and everything, all that. And they are quite a fun unit to play at tier 5. So hopefully you found this helpful or you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a like. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more Total War Arena content, and I shall see you all on the next video.